Oh man, we need a new intro because I don't wear glasses anymore.
And I definitely am not that big.
That too.
I'm I'm only 230 pounds now.
Wow.
So welcome to Coffee with the USS Russell camp, or the IKV Cursed, actually. Uh, I'm on the other way. Your captain over here, Drew, Sean, Mark,
Lieutenant Commander Mark,
Jorn,
Captain
and
Jordan.
going clockwise to our vampire who's still up, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning their time. Welcome to 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite sure whether y'all changed over yet or not because
It'll be 2 weeks ago.
ah
Yeah.
because the last show you weren't changed over yet.
No.
So today was day 3 of my radiation. I have 25 more days to go.
Ooh.
So
You're gonna make it. You're gonna rock it.
Yeah, you will.
In a row?
it's Monday through Friday and off the weekends. So I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, choke down something to eat, and 1,800 milligrams of chemotherapy, and then about 1 o'clock I go get the radiation, and then at 6 o'clock I take another 1,800 milligrams of chemotherapy Monday through Friday.
You
Well,
know, you told me you were serious about losing weight. I didn't think you'd take it this far. Just saying, there were easier ways to do it.
at least you don't have to be NPO.
Yeah, I finished the regular chemotherapy, and with my ulcerative colitis, so part of the reason why I'm telling people to get checked out early. With my ulcerative colitis and the chemotherapy, it caused me to go septic twice, and I was basically in the hospital for
Ooh.
within a month. I was in the hospital for 21 days or 22 days.
All but 4 days
So,
a month.
yep. So
Second time. We'll not talk about the first time.
I was joking about becoming the $1 million man, and yeah, I only need like one more time in the hospital, and I will hit that number.
You don't even need.
Uh,
You just need one good stay in ER. You've got it.
well, so the first time it was almost $200,000. The second time was over $200,000, and I don't know what the latest one is yet. So
Never
I'm getting
happened
close.
anymore.
I'm just glad I got Medicare.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, until you
uh,
need it.
Yeah.
this is a disclaimer. Sean is not talking politics.
Yep.
Medicare is awesome. Let's keep it the way it is, please.
Well, that and other things. So,
Um,
tell us about Spooky. What's going on there?
Okay. Spooky Empire.
Yeah.
Basically, it's going to be at the Doubletree Sea World. We are in there, as far as I know. We are going to get at least 2 tables and the accompanying chairs. That's June 20th through the 22nd.
Okay. And I'm still waiting for the text message with all the information on it. You still haven't sent it to me.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of these outfits are really laggy. I'm sorry. Yeah, a lot of these outfits are really laggy on sending any other info.
Well, I'm waiting for it from you.
Yeah.
I only
Okay.
need it from you
And Mark, when you're sending it to Drew, send it to me too.
because since you have center seat, you can ship it off to me. I can send it to Jordan, and I can get it to everybody else as well.
Okay. Yeah, because we need to know how many people are going to be available for this thing.
Well, I will rattle every chain at my disposal.
Mm-hmm. Um,
We can invite vampires, so if he ever has an
yeah.
opportunity to flip across the pond here, he can swing into Florida.
That would be, well, it might be a nice change for him climate wise.
But it's during the summer.
Mm.
June is going to be a hotbed for the theme parks.
Hold
So
on.
he needs to come at a
I,
different
I'm
time.
just gonna say this. They think that 78 degrees is hot, so he would be cooking over here.
Yeah.
I don't know. This morning,
Just be
it
glad
was.
it's not Nebraska,
Mm.
which is going to be 100-some degrees.
I know it was today over here. It was hot than it was. Hotter than it was in Augusta,
Oh,
Augusta
my.
what?
Georgia.
Okay.
The weather was hot. The weather was hot. Weather back outside. The weather was hotter over here than it was in Augusta, Georgia.
Well, if you go to Augusta, Georgia, we'll pick you up. You'd love to be able to
So
have
I
you
know
here with us. You may not want to
I'm going to
leave.
make a correction.
Ha!
Those for SFI that no region two. There is one thing that our chapter has not missed the deadline since we've been a chapter and shakedown, and that's an MSR. The database deleted one of our MSRs.
Yes.
Yep, same as us.
So, fortunately, I have the email. So, where
You
Region
can,
2 said that we weren't on the perfect attendance thing for it, nice try. I know I did that one.
it says I'm the one who submitted it,
Mm-hmm.
according to the email.
I
It
do
said
have
you
the guest.
submitted it? I thought it was me.
No, but I never received
Because
that email, which is really funny.
Yeah. I do have the guest list here for Spooky Empire in June.
Okay.
Guess who the first one is? Well, he'll be there on He'll be there for Saturday.
Peter
Who,
Cottontail?
Simon Pegg, Squatty.
that's not Vic.
They got David Patrick Kelly. Danny Elfman's going to be there. Joe Bob Briggs. Lloyd Kaufman. No kidding. Emily Mead. Jeffrey Combs. Gee, I wonder what roles he's done.
Never heard of him.
Barbara Crampton.
I don't even know who he is.
Bruce Abbott. Brian Yuza. Who else have we got here? Richard Band. These are all people that were with the Reanimator movie. Felicia Rose. Sleepaway. They got the Sleepaway Camp people. She's one of them. Catherine Kamei. Thomas Vendel. Karen Fields. Christopher Collett. James Duvall. Diana Prince. Nope, not Wonder Woman. Sorry. And yeah, Jason's going to show up. Ken Kurtzinger, John Amplis, Daryl I hope I don't butcher his name. Ferrucci, Paul Musser. They may be adding more. Spooky doesn't skimp on guests.
They've got us. Hello.
Now they also have an event on Halloween. So that the weekend of the 31st through the 2nd of November, and that would be at the Regency, the Hyatt Regency over on I Drive, which is just down the street from this one. So I have a feeling that if we do good at this thing, we'll get in.
Sounds like fun.
Absolutely.
So, John, what's going on in your neck of the woods over there on the other side of the pond?
Well, we got in, which I can't get to, in where is it? In what date it was? 29th of August to 31st of August. A destination trek. And the guest we've got is Andre D. Kim. Never heard of him. Connor Trinner. Garrison True. Lydia Wilson. Robert Metz. Bud Albright. Jess Bush. And some others coming soon. But it's just it's the price for the price of the tickets. I think it's 75. Just for the entrance fee, they go from £30 up to £200 for the tickets.
Oh, what do we run here?
Yeah, it's called Destination Trek. Yeah, I'll check the prices. Ticket info. That's it. Oh, no, that's it. You get a lieutenant package, £145. Commander package, £275. Captain package, £695. And then more VIP package, £2,499.
Isn't that an awful lot for a con?
Yeah. What you get for the package, the Edward package?
Doesn't that include a room for the stay at the con?
No, you got to pay for separate.
Whoa.
The Emerald ticket, you get a 3-day entry. You get a 3-day entry to Destination UK. 2 coffee sessions with a guest. An exclusive 16x12 event poster signed by all guests signed at the event. An intimate panel with the guest on Saturday. An exclusive intimate panel with guests on Sunday. All talks, 1 in-person autograph from each guest taking part. One image for each to sign. And 1 individual standard professional photo session with each guest taking part. And 1 standard green. And you get access to all the other goodie bags, jacket, hoodie, mug, collector's animal, pen, baseball cap.
Sean, isn't one of you enough?
Hey, I look so good that this program wanted to.
Oh, blame it on the software.
Did you say £2,000 for that?
Yeah, £2,000 for all that.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking that might be a lot.
It's a lot of money. You get a lot of stuff. You get stuff you can't get, signed photographs. You've got to pay extra if you go for the day, and you got to pay the extras for that. But you get all like a mug and a hoodie and a badge. So it's worth it when you look at the price. But
But 2,000 pounds, I can get an evening in the room with somebody.
2,000 pounds, I can get a car.
yeah, same here.
That too. I can understand 200 pounds. I'm just going, like Drew said, is that including my room? I can understand
No, it's
it,
not.
an all-inclusive type deal, but
But you also got to remember, England is an island. Everything is more expensive. It's just like when you go to Hawaii, it's the same thing.
how much does it cost for a basic ticket?
44 pounds.
That's about the same price, $44, Drew.
Yeah, yeah.
He said
That-
pounds. He said, I believe the conversion rate on pounds to dollars is 2.2.
Not, it might not be as high. It said $2,000 was $2,600. So what's 44 pounds to the dollar? Let's find out that.
Current rate of exchange?
Well, the current rate of exchange may change.
57.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any tariffs on those.
I know there's one convention coming up. I'm not sure if it's done by Star Fury. So you're looking at I think it's a Stargate convention over here in May.
There he is again.
Don't ask. So
Uh-oh.
57.
Oh my gosh, I thought you'd been cloned.
$57.56. So, believe it or not, that's about what it costs for a day ticket at MegaCon.
Yeah,
Damn.
They got a convention in May.
Yeah, we're not going to have to worry about MegaCon 26.
A Stargate convention. You get
I know. We have tickets, thank the Lord. Because I looked at the price. I looked at the price for it. I was like,
He was looking at the doctor with the pain medicine going, give me more, give me more.
Yeah, 3 day ticket, £64.
So here's what we need to do. We need to make sure John Vampire is here for next year's MegaCon.
yeah.
Well, you can pay for me flight and me hotel with me
We'll
passport.
bring you to Florida. We'll take you to MegaCon.
You just stay in the living room like I do.
Yeah, we'll pull the bed down. Yeah, he gets small treatment. He's got to travel a hell of a lot further.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked at the Google map for the route from, say, Central Florida to London?
Doesn't it go up to Greenland and then over?
No. You go to New York and swim across the ocean 2,000 some miles.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you can go to Newark, New Jersey, hop on an airplane and fly.
No, Google is driving directions.
That's right.
When they do it with the car, I'll play it.
Well, you can do it with a car. You just got to get the car from
1970s Aqua car.
yeah. There was one from a James Bond movie.
I was thinking of the Duck W. Made by Higgins.
Just make sure it's not a Tesla because the battery will blow the second it touches water.
Yeah.
This thing is used by the U.S. Department of Defense. It drives people in the water and on the land.
I know that one does, but it's not.
Remember the streets in England. We may have a little bit of trouble getting around without an escort. Oh wait, I got a mate over there. He's a chauffeur. I'll have him come drive.
I don't think that vehicle will fit in the streets of England.
It won't fit in London because you got to have a special permit.
Oh yeah, I know.
Just tell them to pack a Peel 50. It's a single seater. Could drive it right into the office. Hey, they did it on Top Gear.
Of course, we can always get the flotation attachments for a Jeep and just drive over. Works.
Star Trek Orlando. I can give you info on that right now.
Type it in, Mark. My memory is worse than yours.
Uh-oh. Well,
And
they start out with Anson Mount.
Mine's like a Teflon sieve.
Anthony Rapp. Bonnie Gordon. She's the ship's computer voice, John, from Prodigy. Casey Biggs.
The Civ. It's the ring of the Civ.
Celia Rose Gooding. That's
Okay.
Uhura.
Her from the
Okay.
Streamyard.
First, when is it?
It is at the Doubletree Universal. We've been there.
Okay.
And it
Let me
is
ask the question again and see if you get it.
Hello. 8/23, 8/24. It's a 2-day con.
Okay. Can you get us into it?
I shot an email to him. Haven't heard back. I'll try again.
Okay.
Basically,
That may be what you have to do because if you recall what you had to do to get into Spooky Empire, I think you had a slog to get into that.
Yep. I know.
And send me whatever email address it is, and I'll send a couple of requests as well.
Right.
The more they get, the more they're liable to say, okay, we'll let them in.
And if it is a Star Trek thing,
It is.
see if they want a panel from us.
Right. John, I don't know if Drew was at your place. Did you mention anything about Necromicon to him?
Yes.
Which
well,
John?
Actually, no, when I was out there, he didn't. He mentioned it tonight. He mentioned me like 5 days before.
Right. Well, basically,
and I had the advert sitting in there on my bench.
Which John?
Right. You, John. You, John. Big Cheese, John. Necromicon this time around is the September 26th through the 28th. It's at the Embassy Suites, Tampa. It's at the UCF campus.
Okay. Trudy and I can't make it because we are on a cruise over that 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But she's already bought a table.
We will be there.
Okay, we got a table.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And you got 2 memberships.
Okay. So
fight amongst yourselves.
Whoever wants to do it, go for it. It sounds like you got tickets and a table.
Hey,
if nothing else, the T-shirt's cool.
T-shirt.
Well, let's see who was there. Who was there hawking his stuff besides you guys? It was Timothy Zahn.
Yeah,
and
but then Timothy Zahn is there every year.
Yeah, he just came out with a new book too.
That's like the guy that played Mariner or whatever at Sci-Fi Bartow every year.
I think so.
Are you talking about cosplaying? No.
No, Timothy Zahn is an author.
He's an author. He's the guy that does.
Yeah, you're thinking of the Aquaman guy.
He's been doing Star Wars novels for like the last 40, 50 years.
Something like that, yeah.
No, the way you said it was kind of like he comes to all the cons like that guy does.
No, he's been to Sci-Fi Bartow once that I know of. Mm-hmm. He was at the first BartowCon and decided he's never coming back. And for him, it was a transportation issue only.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Trying to get everything organized, moved in, taken to, unloaded. No real assistance. He was having some issues. Nobody was willing to buckle down and help him. He was there like at 5 o'clock in the morning. So, and he said, no, it's not worth it for him personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where he lives, but as far as I know, he's been to Necronomicon for the last several years.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they have a garage sale type thing on the last day, and it's like it's all for a good cause, and it's just nuts what you can find there. That's how I got my Douglas Adams stuff and things like that. You know, John knows. Heck, I think you guys got some stuff there too.
No, I don't remember.
It was wild. So whoever can make it, hey, go for it. You got a table, you got an in, and you can let them know as soon as you get there that you want to do a panel, or you can contact them.
I say contact them ahead of time, guys. Don't wait.
Yeah, I got lucky that time we were there because they had a panel room all set up, and the people never showed up.
Well, John, that's why, like, if I was to do it,
mm-hmm.
I would literally, in my identification request, I would literally tell them we're willing to do a panel and list Starfleet along with CAG.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can get both organizations sitting there. And that can give us a panel. That can give us a little stage time if they want to hand it off to us. Even if it's just storytelling, it's worth it.
I got them interested at one point in doing a Klingon paint and take, but they kind of fell through the wayside.
I was just looking at this thing for Star Trek Orlando. They've even got a showrunner that's going to be there. It was the producer, executive producer, and showrunner for Picard. So
One that they've canceled. One that they've canceled already, huh?
No, I don't think so. They would have said something. I did. Basically, they've got people. Yeah, well, they've got Max Grodenchek's going to be John Delancey. Hello, Q. You know, Michael Hurd. Who the heck else we got here? Well, Jeffrey's going to be there. Jerry's going to be there. Gates is going to be there. Ethan Phillips, Ethan Peck. They even got somebody that from a show you like, John. both Johns. It's lower. They got Eugene Cordero is going to be there from Lower Decks. Dominic Keating, Connor Trenier, Cyric Lofton. God, who else? Christina Chong. That's Khan apparently had a daughter. It's Lanan Noonien Singh. It sounds like they got a good group here. Even Von Armstrong, who also has portrayed a Klingon. It's going to be there. Let's see who else we got here. Von Armstrong, definitely. He played Admiral Forrest in Enterprise, and he also played a Klingon whose name escapes me at the moment. But
So see what you can do about getting us in.
I sure will. I'll fire off another one and see what's going on.
Send me the
We don't know.
emails so that I can also.
Do we know the showrunners for that? Because you've got lots of contacts down in the Orlando area.
I do know the people that are running it. It's Gina and Petey.
Okay.
So that's who contacted me, was Gina. So I will try again. I just want to make sure that they know that we definitely want to be there. And we are there. It's just we've got the tables and we've got the chairs and we got a space.
Where?
It's going to be at the DoubleTree at SeaWorld.
No. You're talking Spooky.
Spooky Empire.
I thought you were talking about the
No.
Star Trek.
I've got to send another one because it's like they've gone dark, and I've got to find out what the heck is going on with these people.
That's what I said. Do you know the showrunners for that one?
At that one, no. Creation has not been back to Orlando in almost 20 years. Think about that for a second. Let that sink in. 20 years.
I know Creation Con.
Okay. Creation Entertainment. They kind of renamed themselves since we saw them last. But it's Star Trek Orlando. And if you want to take a shot at them, John, go for it.
Mark, send me information. Yeah. I can reach out with.
Okay, it's creationentertainment.org.
Okay, what part of send? You have my phone. You can text me on and Facebook. Hit me up in text so that I can flip it around. You don't have to do it right this minute, but please remember. Anybody who hasn't reached out to you, give me their emails. We'll both hit them up.
Yeah.
Because numbers speak to these people.
Yes, I do.
Now, for those who come out with me in Sci-Fi Bartow and other events that are outdoors, I've got something to show you. It's 15 by 30.
And John, that's not a bad price for a flight out.
And I am saving for this. And I've already been given clearance. Got two companies kind of bickering to give me free printing on the top or on walls. So we could put CAG on one end, we could put Starfleet on the other. We can have a little fun with it. I think we really will be able to use this as an opportunity to show off.
You know what's funny is I showed a picture of Vic with the communication tool. Right. And the person goes, I need one of those for when I'm nonverbal.
Who said that?
One of my friends in another chat. was like, I need the nonverbal tool for when I'm not able to speak from the picture of
I
Vic.
think good idea.
Huh?
Right. You want me to, when you come pick up you want me to get you one of the little ones? You can hand it to him.
I had a whole box of them if they were that close, but I sent her the digital image so that they could print it out up there.
Okay.
They're moving into one house, and the one girl's got a Cricut that she can print the thing off of.
What, the
So
bat?
the nonverbal communication tool is vinyl. Or
Oh
it'd be
no, you
done in
said cricket.
vinyl.
I thought you meant bat.
Oh, yeah.
Yike.
No, they have a cricket.
Okay, John, be safe.
Yeah,
Be safe, John.
Yeah. Go on a bit.
Take care, vampire.
Bye.
Cricket bat. That would be hilarious. 4.
I want one of those to replace the one I lost. Used to have one.
Yeah, I got a cricket machine here in the house, but I haven't had a chance to set it up yet.
Americans
Yeah.
that I know, no clue
Yeah.
how dangerous a cricket bat can be.
But the communication tool that we give out the little stickers for, the
Mhm.
person saw the picture of the poster that I had Vic.
Teachers begged me for
picture
the
of?
poster.
Huh?
Teachers begged me, can I take the poster? We
Yeah.
originally had 3. We only have 1 left. Because I'm real hard to get along with.
We actually had 4.
When a lady teacher is sitting there with tears in her eyes begging you if she can have one.
I think the operative word is you've got one.
Now, yeah.
That's what "got" means.
Yeah. But they, as a matter of fact, one of them went at
2 of them.
the Science Center.
So then you had more than 4 because we gave 2 away at the Bartocon. 1 to the makeup artist.
We had
1 to the
little
video.
posters, but I need the big posters. We only have 1 of those left. And the last time we were at a place, someone actually came up and begged me for it, and I said, "I'm sorry, that's the last one I've got left. You can have some of these little ones."
Yeah.
So they took 8
I
of
can
them.
tell you where to. And that they can get that image off of the website too if they want to print one.
I know. That was Central Florida Comic-Con. They took 8 of them. They came back about an hour and a half later, and I saw Mark give them 3 more. But that's a good thing. We're showing that we're willing to work with people. So.
Right.
But by the same token, you had the representative of the organization right there. He could have got you
That
more.
Polycon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at Polycon, Mark didn't make it. He was busy chasing his sister around the house.
Yep. It's part of the duties of the caretaker.
That's all right. We know you, Mark. It's all right. We don't hold it against you.
Thanks.
But yeah, we got a lot coming up. I've still got a few more tentative plans for panels. I'm hoping I can squeeze Dutch into MegaCon 26. Because if we can, that'll give us a second panel to participate in as organizations.
Yeah, that would be great.
Let's sit together.
Remember too, I've got about a dozen panels already worked up with PowerPoints at here on the computer.
That's true. And I have a digital projector that we could use at any con because it'll work directly off a computer with an HDMI. There's a lot of stuff we got going on. With CAG, we've got 2 videos in the works. By the way, I got both my batteries fully charged now, John.
Good.
One will be on
About
crafting.
time.
No, right? And I still have the 3 on the video camera to do. We've got one on crafting. That's just general crafting. We've got one on casting. So that there are some chapters that can do a lot of casting, but they can't afford to have a bunch of things shipped to them. We can ship them 1 or 2 of something. They can turn around and make molds and make as they need.
Well, not only that, but if you got a group somewhere that needs a whole bunch, we can make a mold and ship the mold to them.
Got to. You can show them the simplified way of getting what they need. And we're able to support any other chapter that wants it. We're also getting ready to complete another complete awards video. And then we're going to start, what are you thinking, every 2 weeks doing a CAG podcast?
I hope. Of course, we're going to have some ideas.
Yeah, we need to get people on too, Mark. Not mentioning any names. I promise I won't mention any Marks.
Okay.
Or any Sean's.
Hey, Mark, do you know how to sew?
Basic sewing.
Okay. We can have Mark do the sewing things then.
Yeah.
I got 2 battle cloaks that need to be sewn. Can you run a sewing machine?
I've got a couple of sewing machines. Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
we can do it over here.
I've done basic stuff. That's about it.
But if we can show people the pattern, if we've got things for doing the patterns, and then we can show them a few stitches. That's all we need to do.
Yeah.
Most of it's a straight line stitch. It's really nothing fancy.
Bingo!
I don't know if they're still in business. I'm sorry. You go ahead, Sean.
I did hand sew the sash.
Yeah, he hand sewed his baldric completely.
Oh,
looked good.
I did my sewing machine for the baldric.
I used the sewing machine for mine too.
I don't know if they're still in business or not, but Joanne's was closing everything out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hoping to.
And they have a lot of the simplicity patterns for Trek.
And before you guys think about it, since Joanne's had the Cricut printers, apparently the company that does the Cricut printers says that you cannot discount the Cricut printers.
Yes.
So they may be going out of business, but you ain't going to get a deal on the printers.
I got a funny feeling there's one of 2 outfits that's going to take over the Joanne's locations. One is it's either going to be Hobby Lobby or it's going to be Michael's.
Well, okay.
That's pretty much it.
I can see Michael's doing it. I can't see Hobby Lobby where our Joanne's is.
Yeah, they have a hard. Well, yeah, you're right. It's probably going to be Michael's then because
Hobby Lobby could move into where Big Lots was.
Yeah, they probably would.
That was Big Lots, wasn't it?
Don't forget, Hobby Lobby is not open on Sundays.
Right.
That's okay.
because it's a
We'll
holy
shop on
roller
Saturday.
outfit.
Neither is Chick-fil-A, but people still buy there.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
And they do carry a lot of
Hancock
stuff at Hobby Lobby that a lot of the others don't.
Yes.
And they run lots of sales too. But
Yeah.
the problem is you can't go to them on Sunday.
Nope. Yeah, that would be no bueno.
That's okay. For us, Sunday is a day to put your feet up and relax.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty
Bullshit.
much.
we've got
Sunday is the day you watch your daughter on the back of a horse.
that too. But remember, we used to have Hancock fabrics.
Yeah, they went out of business.
I remember Dixie
That's over
Textiles.
a decade ago.
Yeah, there's so many places I remember that I used to take my mother to, and when I used to drive.
Hancock went out of business back when I was in Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one here closed down about 10 years ago.
Yeah, about right.
But it was tiny.
Yeah.
I was used to, Hancock fabrics, no problem. You walk in, it's like 3 times the size of a Walmart. Nope, this thing was roughly the size of, a hamburger.
My sister inherited most of my mother's stuff for sewing and everything.
Well, by the same token, Hancock had big bins of fabric that were discounted.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Have you been up north, Mark?
Not recently.
No, I mean basically north of Kentucky.
Not in years.
Drew, did you turn yourself off?
Yeah,
we lost you, buddy.
Yeah, we don't hear you.
Sort of like
like the microphone stopped.
Uh-oh. Or should I say rut
It says you're muted. Drew, it says on the computer you're muted.
Say something.
Okay.
Something.
There we go.
Do you remember the old Kraft King stores?
Yes.
Yep.
No.
A few came down south, but most of them were up north.
Mm-hmm.
There were a couple in Florida, and there was a huge one in Los Angeles. No warning. They just sold everything at auction and left.
Yep.
And they were alive for over 100 years.
But you got to think, in big cities, they don't need craft stores. They have thrift stores.
That's not.
They're not the same thing.
Not the same animal. Unless you want to count the Goodwill bargain bins, hopefully you won't get eaten by hobos if you go in there.
You guys know as well as I do. You get a couple of old peacoats, navy peacoats, the long ones.
Mm-hmm.
You stitch in some tails, and you've got Civil War and younger U.S. Navy uniform.
I remember buying a Navy coat that came with a pistol pocket.
Yes.
Yep.
I just realized I have my JRTC BDU top. I could take all the patches off and make it a Stargate.
Yes.
I want to go find a couple of the old greens from Nam and Favorite, but they were just green. Marine Corps and the Army still basically had just the old green. You know, because that was the Stargate uniform.
It was blue.
They had the blue
It was
one.
the Air Force one.
They had the Air Force one. They had the Army one. And they also had, a couple of times, they used the very early Army Marine woodland camouflage.
Yeah.
Which was as effective in the woods as it was next to a gray building.
Yeah. The people in Maryland didn't think that one out.
No.
Well,
the funny part is they're actually going back to OD.
The best part of that thing was you couldn't tell. It wasn't as bad during the daytime, but when you had night vision goggles on, you saw the pattern of the uniform.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it went. What's that tan?
What?
The tan would, like, it'd be like you had a flashlight on a night vision goggle when you saw one of the tan swatches of the old woodland one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mark and I can tell you some frightening things about.
Oh God, yes.
And they always with the same statement: "New and improved."
Drew knows where I was stationed. It was like we had the reverse American plan. Everybody came to visit us. It was nuts. I mean, I saw uniforms from all over the planet.
Yeah.
We even had a group of Swiss soldiers show up one time. Holy cow. They had a fall pattern that was nuts. This is the middle of Texas. Right.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to let you guys go here. It's getting late.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll catch you guys later.
Okay.
All right.
I just got to figure out how to shut this. Oh, there it is.
Says leave studio.
Night, John.
Night.
Night.
Anyway, take care, John. And
then
we lost another John. Damn it!
And then they made that.
The only one left.
Remember in '82?
Wow.
They made that crazy push to put everybody back in a woodland that had land combat opportunity. And then they gave the Marines the tricolor. Like the tricolor multicam. This is great in the desert. And I'm running through a jungle. It's very useful.
Mm-hmm. Hey Drew, do you remember the chicken vest?
Oh God.
The flak vest? We used to get 2 of them. This may be before Sean's time. One to wear and one to sit on.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't in the military, but I knew about the flag vests for flights.
No.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we had the version that had the aluminum plates.
Yeah.
It looked like a photo vest.
They said it was super light, but it wasn't.
No.
And they said you had full mobility. Absolutely nothing is hindered. And you're kind of like,
yeah, you're wondering what genius designed this thing. Oh, it was fun.
Good times they was.
Yes.
And then you see the films from Vietnam, Grenada, even in Lebanon. And every now and then you see somebody wearing what looks like a padded vest. And they're always walking the fence line. Their weapon like this, you know. It's never the people out in the field. You can tell them they're the ones that throw that thing on the ground and take off. So yeah.
I know we had that when we were in when we would go to the field on exercises, or when I was on rotational duty and we'd fly the border, you know.
Right.
Of course, that never happened, right? That was the first thing we took off when when the skids hit the ground. We took those damn vests off because it was like a sauna.
Yeah, and the first thing the pilot said is, "Did they come out? Did they jump out? Oh, they left their vests."
Yeah.
They left their vests.
We actually had a rare thing in our birds. We had we used to joke about calling it a monkey harness. Basically, it was Simpson made those. Yeah, the racing people.
We all had monkey harnesses.
Yeah, basically it was to keep you from if you weren't holding on to the mount. Yeah, it was better than a safety belt. I never had to worry about it, but yeah, one of the other crews, the guy managed to get himself in a dangle. Still don't know how he did it.
Well,
there's a way.
There's that gameplay of the lightest guy in the unit. Mm-hmm. He's the one that puts on the harness because you know he's going to go out.
Yeah.
Anyone over 200 pounds, we interlock arms and then grab him.
Yep.
And we hope he's strong enough to hold all of us when we start getting pulled.
Oh, yeah.
And never talk bad to a CH-47 pilot.
That's true.
Those guys are miracle landers.
Mm-hmm. I was buddies with the warrant officer that was flying our bird. He would always request me on the port gun.
I remember three times. Mm-hmm. CH-47 coming down as we're coming out of our little, basically our Zebco light vest, little inflatable wrap. Mm-hmm. And the ship, we see it's going that way, and we're like, we ain't going to catch that bad boy. The CH-47 pilot come up behind us and go overhead and then come back down, and they lower that gate into the water. It's like, oh, we know where the brass ones are, right there. You get in, and he's always the warrant officer in those things. It's like, you know. And when you get back to ship, he's kind of like, you know, I didn't expect you guys to have that much weight left. I had to adjust when you hit the ramp. Yeah, well, you know.
Oh, yeah. Amazing machine.
Oh, yeah.
And they still have it in the inventory. Boeing keeps improving it.
You don't take something good and get rid of it.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to say that too loud, though, Mark. Boeing improving something. Have you seen the doors flying off the airplanes lately?
Okay,
that's airliners. That's a mixed bag.
No, that was Boeing. They admitted it. It was a fault in their door construction.
Yes, but
they were missing bolts.
Boeing provides them with engineers, Bell with engineers and factory space. Bell Aerospace builds them damn things. They're the same people that gave us Airwolf. That's a Bell 222. You got the Bell 206. In the United States, work on Gazelles is done on even the.
I'm just going to say, well, you can add up all of Boeing's time in the air and losing planes and parts and stuff like that, and it still doesn't beat SpaceX's record of blowing up rockets. We ran a space program for what, 115 years? We had like 7
go boom. Not that damn old. We're close. Well, we're not that old.
I'm
yet.
saying of 100 and something years, we had like 7 rockets or space shuttles blow up, right?
Mhm.
He's had that almost this year.
What's your point?
Your point is?
When I went, did they just say that's the 5th one this year? I went,
Yeah.
wait a minute. It took us like 60 years to get 3. What happened here?
But we lost Warner von Braun and his entire
You
team.
have no idea how many NASA lost back in the day before they've got it right.
Yes, but he's claiming that these are ready to go.
Who is he?
Elon.
How stupid.
No. Uh, you couldn't get me to go on anything he wants to put people on in launch for $1 million. I guarantee it, because none of that stuff. Hey, God, that one that I like the one that said, "Oh, it worked great until it got to the 3rd stage, and then it kind of had a failure." Yeah,
Until
we
it
don't
got to the 3rd stage.
Hey, I'm just going to say something. I know we're in conflict with Russia. However, Russia has gone up to the space station and brought back our astronauts more than Elon Musk.
Yeah, you don't want to know the horror story of their program. Trust me.
Oh, I understand that. I know they. The reason why we beat them to the moon was they blew up their own scientists.
Yeah, they did. They screwed up on the N1, and it was recorded. They had seismographs in California going off when that thing went up. You know why?
Yeah,
You had people push past their limit trying to work on this thing.
and it was twice the size of the Saturn V.
Well, there's not much left of the launch complex where the N1 was. It was vaporized. Can you imagine why?
But when you think about it, though, we were working on missile systems comparable to the Lars rocket, the small Hancock rockets, anti-tank missiles, that kind of stuff. When our space program was born, who did we come in to do with it with? Warner von Braun. His entire team.
Yeah.
What were they working on? Triple-decker buses? Why? It's like, okay.
Basically,
They were
anyone
brought
that
the
says
majority of the.
it wasn't a miracle all by itself is
We couldn't have gotten to the moon without the Germans. That's a fact.
Nope.
You know, and when they say, "Oh, we lost all of the information," I'm thinking like, well, no, you probably said, "Oh, that's not worth anything," and threw it away, not realizing, dude, you'd be unemployed if it wasn't for those people.
Yep.
I mean, we
and the women that worked in the space program, they were able to do a better job than the first computers.
They did a better job than some of our current computers in their office.
Yes, they did. And they made a whole movie about that. You need to see it.
What's really funny is, Mark, you and I know about it. We knew about it before they made a flipping movie. And now they got people going, we didn't know that happened.
Okay, you know the V bombers that they had in the UK, Vickers? Their number crunching women made it possible for those things to exist.
Well, yeah.
Again.
Yeah. Sean was trying to say something. What's up, Sean?
Oh, dear.
He froze.
The Hidden Figures. The movie was The Hidden Figures. It was about NASA's calculators.
And what's really funny is the guy that ran the whole system did not refer to them as the ladies. He'd say, "Where's the computers? I need them on this."
Now, when John Glenn had his situation, she was able to crunch the numbers. She and her team were able to crunch the numbers and saying he may not be exactly on his target zone, but he will be there. Just don't let him get rid of that pack.
Right.
Because he was ready to jettison the retro pack, and if he had, they found out later it was nothing really wrong. It was a bum sensor.
Right.
What a surprise!
Right. The last thing they said on reentry for him is they gave this is where he's going to be, and their calculations based on nothing other than where he came in at and how fast he was moving was only off by 18 inches. We got computers that can't figure this stuff out.
No, still takes people.
Well, we're losing Sean. You can tell by his eyeballs.
Yeah, Sean,
he's going. Night.
Take care of yourself, brother.
I'm actually awake. I'm just my whole body just doesn't like me right now. But no, the thing of it is we've lost a lot in the last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Your dad and stepdad fought for something during a time that I didn't think that we were going to return to.
My stepdad?
Wasn't it your dad and stepdad World War II?
Oh.
Yeah. World War II, Korea, and Vietnam.
Yeah.
All three.
Yeah, my father was attached to a Ranger unit.
Where?
He wasn't a Ranger, but they attached him to the unit. So lucky him, he got to go with them everywhere. He was government issued, just like his son down the road, me.
My dad, my stepfather, when he found out that my godfather died, said, "Well, he has to have a godfather. It's not right without a living godfather." So he said, "We're going to get the best man I know," and it turned out to be C.S. Bruce, who's an African American general in the United States Air Force. Incredible guy. And he just said, "Sure, Jim, no problem." So my brother Ed was the idiot that kind of followed the racial stuff and said something, and my dad told him flat out, right, "Well, wait till your life depends on somebody who you don't know. You'll change."
Yeah.
I only saw one color when I was in the Army, green.
And lots of it.
Yep. Weirdly enough, the one thing I noted, I never really had the horror stories of sort of food.
Yeah.
For me, the funniest part. But I heard from a lot of other people where they were stationed in other places. It was like, man, you are so lucky to be here. I believe it.
For me, the funniest part about being in uniform is they had so many different colors, but when it was a combat unit, the ranks, the things that mattered, were all black. Every chevron, every indicator was black. If you ever had the opportunity to work with some of those incredible human beings, you'd be like, "Damn, I know why."
Oh yeah.
I had one friend for a very long time. He just passed away not too long ago, a year and a half ago. And his family called me to tell me he was gone. He saved my ass I don't know how many times. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But when we got out here, we weren't this or this or this. These are my brothers.
Yeah.
You jack with my brothers and you're going to find the whole family in your front yard. All right, I hope everybody's enjoyed the show tonight. I'm going to go ahead and call it.
Okay.
Cheese, grease, and chicken wings.
Live long and prosper.
And
See
long
you
life to
too.
you both.